everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back to my channel. I am here with Roxy's weekly challenge. I think I finally learned how to say it. So I've just pulled out some lace. I don't really want that. Some trim, and I'm going to make 3. I do have my little cluster page that we made not too long ago, and I played with a prototype because, you know, this is one of those things where I get directionally challenged. So this was my page that I had, I believe. Let's see, maybe it went this way. And you just basically fold it in fourths and then decide which corner you want to tuck down. So I folded this one. Now if you flip it over, this is easy because whichever corner you flip down is the bottom one is going to be cut out. Okay, so Rachel made these a little bit different. She put a seam so that she had a looser pocket. I'm just gonna glue it down. So basically, oh, I didn't check my glue, shoot. Hopefully it's running today. We have a seriously actually I see the sun. It's been raining since last night, but sometimes the weather affects the glue. Alright, so I'm just, probably don't need to glue on this side, but I'm going to. Wow, that was not straight. And so I'm going to fold that side up. Try to get it somewhat lined up, because I kind of used my bone folder and made it go crazy. And then I'm going to glue this triangle down. Like so, and I am just going to glue across here. I guess we can do this and make it a real double pocket. Okay, well, make sure that lines up okay. Alright, so there's one. Alright, and then you have this extra piece to, you know, it would be perfect to make a tag and stick inside that pocket. So I'll keep that together for now. We're working on the pockets today, so I'm going to fold this one the opposite direction, I think. Let's see, because this one is a horizontal image, of course I think the other one was a vertical image, then I can do something completely different on this one. So we're folding it in fourths. Let me get this out of the way, that way you can see better. And trying to line it up. Alright, so I'm going to look at this and I'm going to decide where do I want, and I think this would, I would like that to be the front. And I can fold it this way and say, oh, that would be nice. That would be nice, but I think I like the berries. So I'm going to fold this one under, like so. Try to keep it somewhat straight. And then that will tell me that I want to cut out this square down here. So, let's see if I can do this without too much issue. Don't go all the way to the end with your scissors, just a tip. Especially on these. These are very blunt tips. Well, these are pointier than most scissors, but a lot of household scissors will have a very blunt tip. Like, look at that, compared to this. These are better, but they still, if you go to the end of that piece of paper and you chomp it down, it's going to tear right after. So go up to it. You know, I only go up to the tip of my scissors, and then if you want to go to the end, you need some micro tip kind of scissors. These are better for that kind of cutting. But anyway, just a tip. Throwing that out there. That one's free. Okay, so I took out this piece, beautiful, and this will get folded up, and I did not do this correctly. You see what I did? So I did not cut on the right side of the score line. So let me fix this a little bit. If I can get that there. This is fine. This is, that's lined up fine. It's this one that is not on the right side. Well, no, I did it. Maybe it's just that piece there. Let me use my micro tips. In fact, probably cut this piece a little too short. I don't usually do this with scissors. I do it with my cutter because I can be shaky sometimes from my medications that I take, and so it works better for me to do it that way. So, you know, I wanted to make this one horizontal, but it didn't work out that way, so let's try to do the next one horizontal. Anyway, it's the opposite pocket from the one we just made. You know, I just want to make them a little bit different. So you don't really need glue on this side, I guess, but I don't want anything getting down in there and sliding over anywhere and getting out of where it's supposed to be. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time today lining things up. Guess I need to go in and for another eye exam. It's that time. Alright, so we're going to glue this triangle down. And we'll put some glue along here. Oops. I'm going to have to clean up that glob. And then what I'll probably do is run lace along the bottom of this one so where I was off doesn't show. There's always a way to fix it. Don't worry about messing up. It's just an opportunity to do something different. So you can ink these ahead of time if you want. I'm going to save that. I'll make some kind of insert for that. So now we have this one. And yeah, I want to see if I can figure out how to make this vertical. Not vertical, horizontal. Both of my pockets are up this way. I'd like to have a wider one. However, this is 11, so if I do one that way, it's going to be 5.5 inches, and I would have to trim it down. So maybe I will just keep on doing what we're doing. You could start with a smaller piece of paper. This will work with any size paper. I just happen to have these here. So basically, if I wanted it vertical, I would... These are all open ends. I can trim that off. Let's do that. Cutter. Because I don't like it to be more than 5 inches if I'm putting it in a journal. So let's do that. I'm just going to trim this edge off 1/2 inch. And that will give me a 5-inch pocket. I'm not saving this. I do want to... This is upside down, so I will do this pocket as my fold over, like so, and then I'll show you on the trimmer how I do it. Not that it's rocket science or anything, but this just works better for me. I want to make sure that this is going to fold up, so I want to be just... Let's see if you can see inside there. Can you see where I am? I don't know how well you can see this, but I'm just going to come just a tad toward this piece inside that little score mark. And I'm going to start right here at my 5 inches and go down. And then I'm just going to cut that piece out. There again, I want to make sure that I'm inside the score. No. Come up to 4 1/4, I think that's about right, and take that piece out. So now we have that piece. All right, let's see if I can get this straight. So we want to be this side, because this piece is folding up, you want to cut this side of that score line so that when you fold this up, there's room for this piece to come over, because like right there, it's buckling. Actually, it's not. I must have cut it right. All right, so there we go, just like that. And yes, this is upside down, but it's not a big deal. This is right side up, this is right side up, and it works. So let's glue this down. Oh, I love seeing that sun. You know, I know we need the rain, but it just, I'm a sunshine girl. I just, you know, growing up in Phoenix, excuse me, you know, 300 days of sun a year, I just love it. All my husband and my kids all love rainy days better. Okay, I'm going to line that up a little better and pull that out. No, I'm not, because it's not gonna cooperate. I'll just put some ink on it, put some glue there. As long as it's covering up that butterfly, it's not going to bug me. The upside down butterfly would probably bug me, but I think we're okay with that. All right, so there we've got, and I think what I'm going to do with these is, and in fact I'll use my glue stick, is just fold them in half to put in the pockets. What do you think? It's too thin right now because it's paper, but doubling it is going to, whoa, big chunk of glue. Doubling it is going to strengthen it because it'll have that layer of glue in the middle. And if they're wonky, I can trim them up like that. It's a little bit wonky, so I didn't line it up straight. Okay, when that dries I will trim it, but that'll be a good size tag for that pocket. So, all right, I have to take off these old glue pages. Let's do the same thing here and glue this. So I know this is not a video about the tags and stuff. We're just making the pockets, but while I'm here I might as well do it so it doesn't get, you know, in the scrap pile left undone. Okay, let's get those nice and flat, and they will be stiffen up when they dry. And then we're going to add probably a lace and a cluster. Guys, I'm sorry, the phone is ringing on me. Okay, AARP, they love me. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to, okay, yeah, this will work better. I'm going to fold it first. And, you know, I didn't cut this exact because I was cutting on the sides of the score lines, but that'll work much better to glue once it's already folded and knows where to go. I think we'll be in a better place. There we go. Yeah, that one will be real nice. Okay, so let's decorate the pockets. We'll put these little tag pieces aside for a minute. And this one's lined up pretty good. I do want to ink these. So let me find my Distress Oxide, my walnut stain. I haven't I went to Hobby Lobby and I forgot to buy or look for the pads for these. Probably should just put in an Amazon order. Alright, and these pockets are loose enough that you can ink in there after. Well, at least it was for me because I did it kind of wide, but I just like having that. Now my plan is to glue this to a page as a pocket, but just in case I change my mind, because you know I never do that, yeah, I went ahead and I am gonna put some extra ink up here at the top, cover up that little, you can't see it now, see? Ink, it's like I said, ink covers up a lot of things. Okay, so we want to put lace and we want to put clusters. So let's audition these clusters. So I think I'm going to tear them out. That one would work. This is Paris. I think I want to use the bird. So I'm just going to tear, and I cut this out of the book because when I punched the holes, I'll show you. When I punched the holes, I went way over, and if I had just torn it out on the middle line, this would be hanging out loose. So I just trimmed it along about 1/4 of an inch in, and ta-da. So I need to work on some more clusters. That would be fun. I think of all these things I want to do, and then I feel like I never get around to it because I have so many things that I want to do, but it's okay. One thing at a time. This little skinny edge here, and then I'm going to ink around this. It says always striving on this one. I'm not going to say where these pieces parts are from because it's a cluster and they came from everywhere. So I am going to ink around this. It's kind of dark on there, but I like that little pop it gives. So I think I'm going to put that there, and let's audition this. Do I want trim here or do I want trim here? I kind of like it here, so I think that's what we're going to do. So let's put some glue along there. When I'm doing it on a straight edge, I put the lace straight side. I want to go up because I want to be able to cut that piece off at an angle instead of going over the pocket. I'll do it straight like that, and then we will just glue this piece. Now when I did these clusters, I talked about adding an accent, and I totally forgot to add any accents to this, but I think that strip of lace will count. You can do a button, you could do anything, pieces of metal, charms, tickets. Well, I would probably use tickets in the cluster itself, but you know, any kind of tiny thing that you have laying around. Penny. Okay, you never know what you're going to find on my desk. Alright, so let's trim this off now that it's glued down to the table. And I say table, it's not really a table, it's a door. My desk is a door, and I chose that specifically because it had a hole in it and I could run my plugs through there. What do you think? I like it. So let's take the piece that goes with this. That was the first one we glued. Hopefully it didn't glue to something else. And let's just trim this up. Let's see. Don't really need to trim this edge, but yeah, it's still a little bit wet. If it's wet, don't start on the end. Start in the middle. And let's see. Do the same thing here. That way it doesn't smush everything together. Same thing if you're starting with like a tip of something. Alright, so let's, you could write on this tag. That's a nice tag. Okay, so let's trim it. I don't know where I did my little tag thingy. Oh, there it is. Okay. I have a tag template that I made, and then it always gets buried under stuff, so let's punch a hole in this. And you know, we can put other things in this pocket too, but let's just, it doesn't want to punch very well either when it's wet. Probably should not do that. Is this too gold? Yeah. I've got some of this raffia stuff. Let's use that. We only need like, what, 6 or 7 inches. I hardly ever use this. I used to use it all the time. I was watching a YouTube video. This guy was making I gotta be careful with this because it's not very stiff yet. He was doing a crochet along, and it had such big holes in it, and using a real thick chunky yarn rather than a blanket or a rug. I thought that would make a really cool wall hanging if you did it with jute. So I may try that. I don't know. I'm working on this mosaic crochet. I've been working on it, well, let's put it this way. I started it 3 years ago during COVID because I needed something to keep my hands busy. And I did 1 page of 5 of the chart. Am I still recording? Yes, I have 5 minutes. Let's hurry it up. Anyway, I put it down and didn't pick it back up, so I just picked it up a few weeks ago. Yeah, see, that'll work. And then I don't need these that long. There we go. I may change that out. I don't know. I don't know that I like it. I also want to glue this down. I glued the outside, but I think I want to glue here, only because it feels wobbly, and I don't think we need the extra space. I mean, I suppose you could put something bigger in there, but there we go. So there's one. Alright, so I am going to do the next 2 in fast forward. Got a little bit of glue, I think, on here. I'm gonna have to clean these because it's not, yeah, right about there I got some glue. It's not wanting to cut all the way through this fabric, and it usually does. Okay. Yeah. This one, I forgot to ink, which is fine. I can do it now. Don't need the ink around the opening. Like I said, I'll probably most likely attach these to a page, but they could also be a pocket in a pocket. So you can make a thumb hole there if you want. Some kind of notch or semicircle, whatever. Okay, so let's get these tags in here. I did switch this out and used the jute for the other pocket. I didn't like how stiff that. And this is 20-pound paper, this piece here. These are on 28-pound paper. Big difference. This tag is really thin. These are a little stiffer. I usually use 28-pound paper. So I really like how these came out. I hope you guys like them too. They were a lot of fun. So let's see. Am I on screen? Oh my goodness, I'm pulling everything out again. I have a whole pile of threads over here I need to go through. Put them away. Let's see if I pull this down. There we go. How's that? I forgot to move the light. Sorry about that. So there you go. Alright guys, that's Roxy's Weekly Challenge number 4. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye now.